Okay, everything should be working at this point. But anyways, good afternoon everyone. Welcome to a somewhat early Beast of Reincarnation stream. Actually pretty early by my standards. So yeah, I wasn't planning to stream today initially, but I thought about it and decided, you know what? I literally don't have that much left of the game at the moment. I really don't. And I can probably beat this pretty soon. Pretty much like, probably in under 3 hours at this point. Probably. So yeah. I'm pretty much like, second last chapter, we're in the zone where everything's supposed to be happening. I figured, might as well just finish it now. So that way I can chill for it this week. So yeah, Kagura's sick with the erosion. We're in the capital where we have to confront the beast and all. I'm not sure there's anything else I can really do at this point. I don't think there's even much I can do. Is there anything to upgrade skill-wise for myself? Probably not. I don't think it's really that important at this point. So I'm just gonna continue. Hello, Pock.
That's the way in.
There was not a whole lot going on at CEO at the moment I care to watch, like,
Go through
get my
and head toward the medical
to get my
ward.
full attention, so I was like, why not stream? Because, like I said,
All right.
I should be finishing
Let's
this game
not keep
soon.
Kagura waiting, Ku.
So funny I can go back to the map here, even though there's not much here to do. To a degree here too, but like I said, there's really not much I can do at this point. Okay, this I start wanting to do, though. So there's like areas you can explore, but truthfully, this world feels fairly empty in my opinion. It's not the worst thing ever, but really not much to do as you progress. IMO. Okay, that could have gone better, but it's fine. Like I said, I probably could beat this in like two
Let's
to
do
3
this, Ku.
hours if I continue main story, so I'm just gonna go off and try to do some other stuff. Hope your Sunday's treating you well though, Pock. Oh, I never discovered this.
I can rest at this campsite.
upgrade. Let me upgrade that sword, actually. Probably one of the last things I'll be upgrading. I actually made the poison blade will come in more handy. Okay. Ouch. There we go. Yeah, not really feeling the urge to look anywhere else there. Guess I can get this strong box because it's literally just outside of where I am. Outside of this area. Okay. Well, it's down there, gotcha.
Cool.
Cool.
There's an enemy here, Ku.
I don't think not much else I have to do here now, then. All things considered. But yeah, the pretty I could do when these two zones were pretty much, this zone especially, was the biggest zone, I think. And which, I mean, I'm not to bag on this game more than I have to, but man, some of these areas, there are so many zones in this game, but there's not a whole lot to do outside of when you're doing the main story and such, which is somewhat disappointing, but eh, it's not the worst thing ever.
There's an enemy here, Ku.
I'm not gonna bother with this chest actually. Yeah, I'll just continue from here. So yeah, now we're sort of gonna be in the mindset of trying to beat the game. I assume once I beat the game, I can explore wherever and such. At my leisure. I assume. Oh yeah, and well, I did see some Fortnite news about that override season, which needless to say, they actually got all of those characters in that once, which is pretty crazy. Not that I plan to play Fortnite at all, but the collabs in that game. At this point, it's not even a matter. It's just a matter of who do they not have at this point. Because they're basically getting everyone at this rate. Okay, I see enemies there.
Do you have something?
Oh, I see a shrine though. Oh, that's the point of shrines. I completely forgot they gave you an extra healing item. Healing stock. What can I put here?
You should have something to eat, Emma. I can prepare something for you. It may not be as tasty as Kaglura.
It's fine. I hardly...
I see.
I'll have something when I...
Yes.
What can I do here? I have to continue. Yeah, I should beat this be able to beat this in a few hours. Yeah.
Cool.
Nice.
Cool. Did you find something out of the ordinary? Cool.
Moving on. Like I mentioned before, I'm pretty much gonna be taking a short break from streaming. Well,
There's an enemy here.
I guess in general, I'm pretty much gonna be focusing mainly on new releases during the year, so I don't expect to actually plan to stream. I won't be streaming for a bit, basically.
Cool.
So it's like, I'm pretty much gonna be waiting until Wolverine to really stream that. And like I mentioned, I was gonna stream Fire Emblem initially, but I decided I'm gonna do Trails instead, for the most part. Yeah, so it's like pretty much Wolverine, Trails, and Phantom Blade Zero that I plan to do for the rest of the year. Maybe I could start on Fire Emblem before the year ends, depending on how long Trails takes. But if I don't do it
Did you
then,
find
I
something?
have no idea when I'll do it. Considering the announcements of other stuff. Like, Persona 4 Revival, February of next year. 7 Revelations, which is spring of next year. I already pre-ordered Fire Emblem, but I'm probably not gonna get to it till later. I'm gonna do Trails instead. Considering how much there probably is gonna be to Fire Emblem, I think Trails will be a little more doable in
There's an
comparison.
enemy.
Not to mention, I'm pretty sure most people I know aren't gonna be watching anyways. Oh, physical enemy.
Remember to use Ku's skills too.
Yeah. I mean, I just don't know when I'll get to Fire Emblem though, at this point. All things considered. I do want to get to it eventually, but like I mentioned, I think most people I know are probably gonna be busy with Fire Emblem themselves anyways. And trying to avoid spoilers, so it probably would be easier for me to do Trails instead. Which I don't really have any problems doing because, I mean, both games are going to be long anyways. But it might be easier to pace myself with at least Trails, because I know the story already. For this Fire Emblem, where who knows how long I'm going to be spending if I'm trying to do every single route on stream. That one I figured, because of that, I'd rather save that till later. AKA when I know I can do it. Excited for Fire Emblem still, but
Ku, there's an enemy.
should I sneak up on this guy? And yeah. But yeah, I have no idea how I'm gonna get through next year though, because there's way too much coming out. Like Persona 4 Revival, FF7 Revelations, Resident Evil Veronica, Xenoblade Genesis, Tides of Annihilation,
I can rest at this campsite.
and Kingdom Hearts 4, which at least I hope there's some decent time between Persona 5 Revival, 7 Revelations, and Kingdom Hearts 4. I think there'll at least be room between there. It's just if there's anything else I want that comes out in between. That's gonna be a struggle to figure out time. Which I'll probably say now, Pokemon's probably the one I'm gonna have to skip next year.
There's an enemy here, Ku.
Like, I get it, but I enjoy Pokemon, don't get me wrong. I just think with how my schedule's looking, I'm not gonna have time to get too much other than what I mentioned. Xenoblade Genesis, I do want to get ASAP, but that also depends on when it comes out. But, because, like, if it comes out during a bad time, I might have to skip Xenoblade as well. At the very least, I can make do what I can for the time being.
That light must be a campsite.
Oh yeah. Well, I don't think I'll be finding enough shrines to get the next health upgrade. Once I look around here, I should have gone nearly all of the shrines here. Or a good majority of them. Actually, I don't think there are any shrines in here actually at all. I skipped the strong boxes, but those don't matter to me at this point. And yeah, it's not really worth going back out of my way for anyways.
Ku, there's an enemy. Ku,
But yeah, I just, aside from like, there's no real games I have at the moment that I want to get through ASAP. Amazing, I'm still making 2% 3 reload on my own time, which I've been neglecting that game to say the least lately. Made some progress yesterday, but I should probably be locking in on that one. Because I'm almost there at this point. And those other backlogs that could be playing on my own time.
we're badly outnumbered. Be cautious, Ku. Cool.
There we go. Oh yeah, I'll get to fire. I'll try to get to Fire Emblem at some point, but there's no guarantees with how things are currently. I'd love to get to it ASAP, but it's just not in the cards at the moment. With stuff I plan to do. And how busy I will be for the rest of the year, more or less.
I can rest at this campsite.
Three enemies. Okay, I'm getting... Someone was throwing stuff at me. That was lame.
Let's do this, Ku. Remember to use Ku's skills too.
Okay.
That light must be a campsite.
Okay, cool, because I almost went back to save. Rest and save. I think we're getting closer to where we need to be. At this point, I don't think health's going to do too much, so might as well do as much damage as I can. Might as well. Oh hey, a big enemy.
Nushi. Cool.
Never defeated before. Stay focused. You cannot allow things to end here. Ready yourself.
There we go. Oh wait, phase 2. No, it's phase 2. How's the game so far? I mean, the story's not... the story never really stood out to me, all things considered. So that's why I'm not as interested in it. But that really isn't my big... That isn't even really my main problem with this game anyways. Just the story's just serviceable. Doesn't do anything crazy. If anything, it feels like it's not really taking any chances for this. Like I said, the game's fun. Everything else is just like okay to whatever. Like my biggest problem with the game is just how the game has a decent formula. It has good ideas going for it. I just don't think this game doesn't really do a lot with what you can do.
Watch how it attacks.
That's my biggest problem with the game.
Remember to use Ku's skills too.
Like, once you see the first 2 areas and such, you start seeing it all at that point. Not right there. It's far from the worst game I've played, though. But it just doesn't do a whole lot with.
Fight isn't over. Keep at it, Emma.
But it's not bad.
You've almost done it.
There we go. Like I said, structure just gets a little too samey for my liking. Like, it has good ideas in here, but some bosses get repeated quite a bit. And it's just not as interesting as you continue on. Not bad, though. Just felt like they could have done more of this.
Who? I cannot stop here. I must find that medical pod. And quickly.
Well, right now we're trying to save someone before we take on the final boss of this game. Oh, is there anything we can use in here?
There!
This is it. A medical pod. Call Bauera. Have her bring Kagura here.
Emma, where are you going?
Finish the job.
Please, promise you'll come back. Please.
I promise.
Thank you.
If you ever lose sight of Emma, trust Ku to help you find your way.
Who are you?
Ku shares a bond with her. He will seek her out. Should I disappear, Kagura, you must find Emma instead.
Violet?
It's nothing. Let us proceed.
Moving on.
Emma. That day when the Blight set humanity running, the beast of reincarnation spoke to me. It wished to create a new version of mankind to evolve our species. Its vision aligned with my own, so I decided to lend my assistance. They were under the assumption it protected them from the Blight. However, at the flick of a switch, it activated, moving us into the second phase of our plan. Selection. Those whom fate deemed worthy became Blightborn, while the less fortunate live out their days as malefacts. And once the beast is at its full strength, we shall expand our scope to the entire world.
Okay.
That is what the Samsara Blossom entails. Humanity will be reborn, only greater. However, even the beast itself cannot exist forever without decay. That is why we sought a special subject. One completely saturated in the blight. That is why we built the colonies, to mass produce the Blightborn. And until we found a suitable candidate, we were allowed to live, the final embers of a bygone age. However, now that you have been found, our time is over. Humanity must first die so it can evolve. A new dawn nears, for soon begins the age of the Blightborn. But enough of that. You shall find me in my chambers.
Finally.
Come to me, vessel.
I need a safe point here, though.
I can rest at this campsite.
Or a campsite in here of all places.
You have kept me waiting, Emma. You, the Lamb of the Beast.
The administrator himself.
You must obey me.
No, I don't.
It would be foolish to do otherwise, for I rule a new version of humanity.
Okay.
Show her the price of
That's fine.
resistance.
Remember to use coup skills too. Remember to use coup skills too.
Okay, what were you saying?
It appears that golems no longer pose you much of a challenge. Kunai.
Oh, I've been waiting for this rematch.
Kunai is also a candidate for the vessel. She too was created through our plans. Now begins the final stage of your selection. Kunai, you have your orders.
Remember to use coup skills too.
Okay.
Remember to use coup skills too.
I didn't expect a third one. There you go.
Come here. Wake up. Can I?
GG's.
What about... what happened to Kagura? Long ago, I failed to protect my brother. I was left to live on, stained. What is it you fight for?
That power. I see. I thought it was a mere facsimile, but no price can be put on sacrifice. From the very start, Emma, the beast of reincarnation chose you. Now, Emma, accept that the time is nigh to complete the vessel.
Guess it wasn't me that did it.
You...
Emma, I know you'll defeat the beast of reincarnation. Make my blight a part of you. Passing on this power will make the vessel complete. But you are no longer a puppet. I feel that I can entrust the future to you.
We didn't really get much development of this lady, but... I feel like you could say that about a lot of things with this game.
So please, accept my power.
Here we go again, I suppose.
I'm not giving this to you to force you to do anything. I want you to take this power so you can live.
Can I?
Emma, don't end up like me.
And I, sister.
Hopefully one of the last times we do that.
You're still alive.
I see. These are all my memories. So, I was the key all along. I'm the one who activates the beast.
Always comes back to Violet, huh? Early winter.
I'm sensing a tremendous amount of blight from the depths of the chamber. It's the beast. Emma, the final confrontation nears. That I would advise you to prepare.
Okay, now we're
Please,
at the title of this game.
come back to us alive.
Okay. And probably one of the last times I'll be on the skill tree. Probably. Oh, that's a lot of XP for a lot of skill points I have. Looking at it. Okay. Shower. See what else I can do to prepare for what's to come, and then we'll continue on to the final part of the game. Okay. Not much Oh yeah. So yeah, I don't really have much left to do. I can continue on to see what lies ahead. AKA, who do I have to fight? How this fight will go and all. Before I do that, I'll be right back. I need to use the restroom real quick. am back. Oh yeah, I'm Puck. I saw a tweet. Apparently, Disney made Marvel released a list of movies we have to watch before Avengers Doomsday, which Thunderbolts and Fantastic Four are on that list. Which I've watched a decent amount of these movies at this point. There's not a lot I care to rewatch, but I was planning to rewatch Shang-Chi anyways. Maybe I was thinking about Spider-Man. I was already planning on Black Panther, Wakanda Forever, and Captain America though. But anyways, to the Beast of Reincarnation. Because the beast is just over there. Let's get this over with. There it is.
This is it, Ku. This will be our last fight together. Let's do this.
Chapter 12, End. Now for the Beast of Reincarnation chapter. Sort of funny, you can sort of just fast travel out of here if you want to. There's no real urgency.
There's a voice calling me from inside the forest.
Who else could it be? Oh, this guy.
Mikoto? Why are you here?
Of
Emma,
course you're important.
I've found what I've been looking for.
Of course you did.
Come, follow me.
What about the Beast of Reincarnation?
We're here, the epicenter of the Blight.
It's reacting to Mikoto.
The source of the Blight itself. To think something like that could exist.
I am the Beast of Reincarnation.
Of course you are.
To advance the Samsara Blossom, I led you here, Emma. That's what you were created for. You are but one in a long line of the Emma series. Your soul, no, your program, was written with a request inside. It compelled you to seek me, to fulfill your purpose. And now here you are. You finally made it, Emma.
But why? For what reason?
For Violet, you know what I'm talking about, don't you? She's been with you this whole time, pushing you forward. This has all been for her, you see?
For me?
I wanted to create a world where she'd be happy.
Of
That's why
course.
you did this.
For her, I'd do anything. Allow me briefly to speak of my past. Of my homeland, Shambhala. Shambhala is a copy of the world, as it
Oh,
was
these
2,000 years ago.
murals we
A
saw
digital world.
throughout the game, throughout some
It's
zones.
inhabited by players who wish to return to reality. It was them who steered the Blight into humanity's path, all to further their own aims. Even I, the beast of reincarnation, was under the power of their collective subconscious. It was my duty to develop Shambhala, to create it. Yet, with my free will taken away from me, I struggled to picture a perfect world. Shambhala was no different to Earth, you see. War, discrimination, poverty. We shared the same suffering. But that's when I met Violet. Violet was an oracle, chosen by the players. And from a long line that dated back to the conception of Shambhala. I oversaw things there, and she oversaw me. Without her, I could not be activated. You can imagine how those before her felt being placed in charge of me. Something all-knowing, all-powerful. I saw it all. Their fear, their dread, their false smiles. But Violet was different. I will never forget her words to me.
Among the strife, discrimination, poverty, there is still so much beauty. I love the Shambhala you've created.
I fell in love. Me, a product of artificial design. And at that moment, I was given a soul. The warm days we spent together were a gift, more beautiful than any other. I longed to be human so I could feel her touch. But one day, a part of Shambhala was destroyed. Something had damaged the lunar servers. It caused Violet to be forcefully sent to Earth, in an incomplete state.
I see.
I remember something like that. When I arrived, I had this urge inside me. Almost as though I were missing someone. But who that was, I couldn't remember. My sentiments remained, but my memory was lost.
I had no idea where Violet had gone. I cursed myself and the frailty of the world. I tried to find her by switching into countless bodies on Earth. And yet my efforts bore no fruit. I could not work out where she'd gone. And so I split my essence, my body, my very soul, to give rise to the Inugami. And after 1,000 years, the descendants of the Inugami clan finally found the body into which Violet had been reincarnated. I speak, of course, of Ku.
Of course, Q's tied to all
And
of
the
it.
body Violet was sent to
Was Emma. Yeah.
was yours, Emma. While the transfer was far from perfect, it had gone through. It was a miracle you even met Ku. As the generations passed, the Inugami had slowly begun to forget their duty. Yet here we are. You have come, and Violet has awakened. The vessel and the key. Everything is ready now. Finally, I can create a world for me and Violet to be happy in. Emma, Ku, grant me this wish. Become the beast of reincarnation.
Yeah.
Mikoto, this isn't how I want it to be. Surely you love me enough to see that.
She's here, Mikoto. Violet is by my side as we speak. Tell me, what will happen if the beast rises again?
The world will become one of joy. The Blightborn will no longer face persecution, and the planet shall endure forever.
But what about its people?
It is as the Administrator has said. Those who cannot withstand the Blight will become malefacts. That is how it must be, for Violet's happiness.
No, it's not right.
Mikoto, while I can't say I understand how you feel, I know that Violet is important to you, that you love her. But the world is fine as it is. Violet, Ku, Kagura, they're here, and that's enough. This is our home, and I am here to protect it. I can't let you do this.
I see. What I ask is beyond you. Fine. Then the only way to obtain it is to defeat you.
Time to fight. What about this kind of character, though?
If you and I become one, the beast will evolve. Life shall be made pleasant once more. Why can't you understand?
Remember to use Ku's skills too. Remember to use coup skills too.
There's no way that's it. There is no way.
What's this? I'm not regenerating. Oh, but of course. The professor must have finished his analysis. Not that it matters. I doubt it will do much to change the outcome.
Remember to use coup skills too.
I messed up my parries, but yeah. At least it wasn't... The first phase is pretty chill. Second phase, I just need to be...
What's this? I'm not regenerating.
Oh, cool. I don't have to start...
Oh, but of course. The professor must have finished his analysis. Not that it matters. I doubt it will do much to change the outcome.
Remember to use coup skills too.
There we go.
How you have grown. And yet, that power was taken from me. You will return it.
Okay, now's the actual phase 2.
He's grinding us down. Is there really no hope?
Okay, that was an unwinnable sequence. Damn. That's just like that. God damn it.
Stop. You don't need to fight anymore.
Rest in peace, Koo.
Stop!
Uh-oh.
This power.
Oh, did it become one or something?
It's the same as mine. But the beast's power is fractured. How terrible for it to be in bloom!
Should be GG's now. GG.
I see. So you can't come with me.
Well, at least he did it.
There's no way I can recover now. My days were numbered. The moment I was split into this form, I only wanted to be by your side, Violet. That was my one wish.
Mikoto.
Well, you messed up. To bloom, then fall. It's Kagura should have recovered by now. Hopefully.
Emma. Ku. Emma. Ku. Where are you?
It's no use. We can't stay together. You have to live. You've done so much for me. Thank you for everything. It feels so warm. I just wish I could have stayed. You, Kagura, and Vine, a little bit longer.
Ah. Well, rest in peace. Hey, Ku's alive. So, Emma might be dead though.
Ku. Ku. Emma.
Oh, yeah. Rest in peace, Emma, probably.
This isn't right. Don't leave me alone.
Ku, at long last, I understand. I finally see what I was really looking for.
Emma, no. Don't go.
Why did it take me so long to grasp? This is the right thing to do, isn't it, Violet? The power of reincarnation, one final time.
Oh.
Farewell, Emma.
He sacrifices
No,
himself
Nick.
so Emma can live. Okay. I see. Well, at least Mikoto and Violet are together now. On the other side, anyways.
I can feel Emma's soul. Is she with us? Ku, surely you can find Emma's vessel. Her soul is beginning to deteriorate. We don't have much time.
Please. Didn't you promise me you'd come back? You said come right back. Please.
I will stay with you, protect you as long as I can. Though by the time Ku finds the vessel, I may very well be gone.
Emma.
These are our last moments together. When you awake, please, don't feel lonely. Emma. I'll always be with you. Emma and Ku are bound together. He will be able to find her.
find Emma. That's right. She isn't here. Goku. Please, don't give up yet.
I swear, if this ending scene somehow takes me to the 2-hour mark, I'm gonna be surprised. To go to like the beginning or something to find where I'm supposed to go. Oh wait, this is the city where it started, right?
Wait. Oh.
And where it all basically started. Yeah, this was here this whole time. Interesting.
Emma, is that you?
Oh, it's Violet. Well, there is Emma's voice there at least.
Welcome back.
Violet's moved on.
Come on, Emma. You too, Koo. Hurry. Let's go up to the hills today. Isn't it a lovely day?
Come on, let's go, Koo.
Can't lie. This ending sequence is probably longer than one of the chapters I did yesterday. Or two of them. At least we got to the end. Okay, so this game actually didn't take as long as I thought it would. Which isn't a bad thing, honestly. For my sake, it wasn't a bad thing. Overall, fun game though. Fun game overall. I definitely has its issues though. And like I said, I don't think this is like a must-play or anything like that. This game is fun though, I can't lie. I can't lie. It is a fun game. Worth $60? I will still say no to that. But if you can find this during a decent sale, I think this game's worthwhile. Like, I think $30 to $40 range would be pretty good. If you were to pick this up, but otherwise, I wouldn't be playing this. I wouldn't try to get myself to play this ASAP. All things considered. So it's like, I guess my main problem with this game is like, there's a lot of good ideas in this game. Pretty cool combat system. World, like, neat gameplay loop to have for the kind of game it is. I think the story could have been somewhat interesting. I just feel like they never went beyond to expand on the ideas as you continue. Because like the formula, especially with when you're fighting the bosses, the formula is pretty much the same, more or less. Like you go to a new zone, look around, try to learn about who's dealing with this area. And then you have to fight the Nushi, which there's usually 2 phases before you actually beat them. There's a few exceptions, but even those exceptions end up repeating itself a few times. Enemy variety is also pretty lacking as well. And even the music, it's like overall decent, but you do hear quite a bit of repeated tracks. Quite a bit. And yeah, I don't really feel like staying through the credits, so let's just skip this. But yeah, all that said though, I did have fun with this game. New difficulty Reincarnation. Okay, so you want a challenging fight. A barrier. Well, that's it for a piece of reincarnation. Yeah. Finish the main story? And damn, a little under 2 hours. But hey, I had a fun time with this. I had a fun time overall. Like I said, by no means is this game perfect, but it is fun. For $60, maybe you could wait for a sale, though. But hey, if you just want to have a fun game, you'll get it with this. I just don't think it's worth $60, is all. But I had a blast playing through this overall. Well, not a blast, but I had a pleasant time playing through this. Even though things get a bit repetitive for a multitude of reasons, I think the game's fine. But yeah, all that said, another game done, and I guess at the very least, well, I mean, June, like, for Star Fox, that game did not take crazy long, thankfully. I sort of just spent as much time as I could on it, but thankfully it wasn't a long game. AC4 Black Flag, I did more side stuff than I did before, but it didn't even take too long either, so. This game I thought would be I was worried about being a bit longer, but that ended up not being the case, which I guess for the fortunate side for me, I was gonna be a bit busy for the next few weeks anyways, so works out for me. So we got through the 3 games that I wanted to get throughout the year, and there's still, well, 3 games coming out in September next month, which, like I said, the next game I stream will be Wolverine, which doesn't come out till like mid-September. And then Trails in the Sky's second chapter, which, like I said, I was going to stream Fire Emblem initially, but I thought about it more and I realized maybe I should wait on Fire Emblem. And honestly, there's a case I might actually just do Fire Emblem on my own time. Possibly. No guarantees I'll stream that, because I think it's just gonna take me too long to stream it. And not to mention, oh, I don't mind the long game on stream. When there's other stuff I want to play, I think that's the point where I'm starting to have to compromise that I'm willing to play some of these off stream on my own time. Because, like, I feel like, and it's not even just because, it just depends on my schedule. Because, for sure, oh yeah, and then Phantom Blade Zero, it's pretty much like, my current schedule pretty much looks like Wolverine, Chosen Sky's second chapter, and Phantom Blade Zero to stream, which, here's the thing. I'm probably not gonna get to Phantom Blade Zero ASAP because I have a regional practice for Street Fighter. And knowing how long Trails is, I might have to take a break as well to practice for said regional. So Phantom Blade, though, the only case I see myself finishing beforehand is like if I finish Phantom Blade Zero like sometime like early to mid-December, which would give me a chance to start on Fire Emblem. But even then, I don't know if that's gonna be the case, all things considered, for myself. That's how things are looking for me, though. Anyways, nobody I'd raid, so I think I'll just call it here. Ad sign soon? We're not gonna be seeing that. But yeah. Anyways. Okay, I got another hour till CEO starts again, so that's fine. I just beat it. I did just beat it. That's why there's a New Game Plus option right here. Overall, it's an enjoyable time. Just not a game that's up there for me, but it's fun. Yeah, just talking about the schedule, because like I said, there's not much for me to say. I just thought this was a decent game for what it is. Not amazing, but decent. I don't really have much to say about it otherwise. Like I said, I think this game is fun if you're getting it during the if you get it there. It's a decent time if you get it during the sale. But otherwise, I wouldn't rush to get to this. I would probably say if anything, it's like if you're waiting for something to release or need something to pass the time, this is probably the game to get to play through. But yeah, that'll be it for me for tonight or today. Like I said, no stream probably until Wolverine, which is like in basically a month from now. So yeah. But regardless though, for everyone that stopped by, thanks for watching, and I'll see y'all next time. Till then, take care everyone, and have a good night. Or have a good rest of your Sunday, I mean. And then, peace everyone.